Pregnant or planning? Get holistic support with 9 and Beyond, your trusted pregnancy companion.
फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में सब न्यूरल डेवलपमेंट होता है बेबी का, सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई फोलिक एसिड इज मोर रिकमेंडेड ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम फॉर ट्रीटिंग इनफर्टिलिटी, फॉर ट्रीटिंग सब फर्टिलिटी इज टू करेक्ट द टाइमिंग ऑफ एवरीथिंग. सो दिस टाइमिंग अगर मेंस्ट्रुएशन साइकिल में ठीक रहा देन प्रेगनेंसी रुकती है, अदरवाइज मेंसेस वरना पीरियड्स आते हैं. बिटवीन द 10th to 18th डे ऑन एवरेज हम उसको फर्टिलिटी विंडो बोलते हैं. सो फर्टिलिटी विंडो इज द टाइम वेयर यू हैव मैक्सिमम चांसेस ऑफ कंसीविंग.
This pregnancy happens or body is getting prepared, so obviously body के organs are going through certain changes.
Yes. अभी जैसे बोलते हैं ना माँ का दिल बड़ा होता है. For us it is literally true because the size of the heart does increase in a mother. Partnership in this is very important, where you know how he can, or you know the entire family can handle her needs. Yes. That will only help her to manage it well. The egg quality and the sperm quality determine the baby's health. कि वो genetically अच्छा होना चाहिए. Uterus is trying to give all nutrients from जो माँ खाती है, जो माँ पीती है, whatever. It is going in her bloodstream and it is going to the placenta, which has to go to the baby through the uterus.
Can we go through every trimester of the pregnancy, and explain to them trimester wise? Hello and namaste. Once again, your friend and guide Sonia Pava from 9 and Beyond. आपका अपना होलिस्टिक वैदिक साइंस एंड मॉडर्न साइंस पर बेस्ड गर्भ संस्कार प्लेटफॉर्म, जहाँ पे वी वांट टू एजुकेट यू, मेक यू वेरी वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड दैट प्रेगनेंसी जर्नी में हमारे संस्कारों का क्या रोल है, और वो मॉडर्न साइंस से जब कोलैबोरेट होता है सो उसके रिजल्ट से आपकी प्रेगनेंसी जर्नी, मदरहुड जर्नी, पेरेंटहुड जर्नी, प्लस एट द सेम टाइम आपके बच्चे की होलिस्टिक ग्रोथ कितनी हेल्प करती है. वेरी हैप्पी टू बी हियर वंस अगेन विद यू ऑल, with Dr. Amishi Vora, who has very humbly taken out her precious time to be with us all to today explain the basic journey starting from the beginning, so that चाहे आप प्रेग्नेंट होने वाले हैं या प्रेग्नेंट हैं, आप बहुत वेल इन्फॉर्म डिसीजन ले सकें और आपकी जर्नी जो है ये प्रेगनेंसी की, पेरेंटहुड की, जितना स्मूथ हो सके पॉसिबली, वही हमारा टुगेदर मिशन है, एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी आर हियर फॉर. डॉक्टर अमिशी जी, आपका बहुत 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 स्वागत है आज के इस 9 एंड बियॉन्ड के पॉडकास्ट पे. थैंक यू सो मच. वी नो हाउ डॉक्टर्स आर सो बिजी, और जब आप लोग अपना इतना टाइम निकाल के हमारी ऑडियंस के लिए आते हैं टू एजुकेट देम, वी अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज गोइंग बियॉन्ड योर वर्क, सो वी आर ऑलवेज वेरी ग्रेटफुल फॉर दैट.
Thank you for having me, sir.
She has an experience of 10 years practice behind her. She is a very famous gynecologist, obstetrics and IVF specialist from Mumbai with experience in abdominal and vaginal surgeries and complex cases. To her credit goes, she always wants to educate her patients with passion about, in her life, the priority of women health wellness is very important. इसलिए वो हमेशा चाहते हैं कि उनके पेशेंट्स बहुत वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड हो, इसलिए वो अपनी नॉलेज उनसे शेयर करती हैं, उनको इंक्लूसिव करती हैं हर स्टेप को समझाने के लिए कि उनकी जर्नी कैसी और क्या हो सकती है. बीइंग अ मदर and a woman herself, she is very compassionate towards understanding the physical and emotional needs of a woman during this journey, and can provide very supportive, knowledgeable, as well as informed platform to support your antenatal, postnatal, postpartum journey completely. Amishi ji takes care of her patients right through all routine gynecological issues, pregnancy issues, as well as non-fertility and fertility issues, which is what her specialty is. And today we will concentrate on probably the pregnancy journey, right, Dr. Adishi?
Yes.
Right? So, आज हम उस चीज पे concentrate करेंगे. And so my first question to you would be, starting from the beginning, like you said, I think women today are not as aware as they should be about the period cycle, right? Can you please explain to them what are the phases of this period cycle, which is the fertile period and which is not?
Thank you, madam. First of all, thank you for having me here. So, like you said, कि आज के अपने social media के ज़माने में भी women are not aware. Like, you know, whenever I say menstruation, there are some women who show me a face कि ये क्या word बोल दिया है.
Right.
So they don't even know कि menstruation is equal to periods is equal to माहवारी. मतलब कि वही चीज़ की बात की जा रही है. तो मेंसेस बोलती हूँ when I write in my prescription के पोस्ट मेंसेस ये टैबलेट लेनी है, they are looking at me in a very puzzled way कि ये क्या है. So I'm no very कि अभी बताना चाहिए. We should educate the women that yes, now this is what you need to know about your body and this is how your body works. So that's how you can plan your life, you can plan your pregnancy, etc. So that's how, this is my goal for today. So we'll plan and we'll talk about the different organs of the body that a woman needs to know about, and also the menstruation, मतलब कि menses, महावारी के जो phases रहते हैं. जी. So we have 4 main phases of menstruation, that is महावारी के 4 phases रहते हैं. The first is menstruation itself, जहाँ पे bleeding होता है. So that is from the first to approximately on an average 5th day तक periods रहता है where you are bleeding. जी. So out there the hormonal level, the estrogen and progesterone level एकदम ही low रहता है. So that is, we can consider that as a starting point of the cycle. Okay. कि menstruation हुआ, the hormones are on a low. उसके बाद if you see this model, this is the uterus. ये ovaries है और ये fallopian tube है. तो ovaries में there is a development post the menses. मतलब जो post bleeding हो जाता है उसके बाद there is a growth of hormones through the follicles. तो ओवरीज में छोटे छोटे फॉलिकल्स बनते हैं जो मैच्योर होना शुरू होते हैं. सो दैट फेज इज नोन एज द फॉलिकुलर फेज, क्योंकि फॉलिकल्स बनते हैं उसके बाद आता है द ओव्यूलेशन फेज वेयर वन फॉलिकल जो मैच्योर हो जाता है, इट फॉर्म्स, हम टेक्निकल टर्म्स में उसको ग्राफियन फॉलिकल बोलते हैं. सो दैट इज अ मैच्योर फॉलिकल जहां से एक मैच्योर अंडा फूटता है. जब वो अंडा फूटता है दैट इज ओव्यूलेशन. दैट इज मेनली मिड साइकिल, मतलब 14th डे के आसपास. जी. इफ द एवरेज साइकिल इज बिटवीन 28 to 30 days, तो उसका मिड साइकिल मतलब 14 to 15 डे के बीच में यू सी देयर इज ओव्यूलेशन जहाँ पे अंडा फूटता है.
Would this 14 to 15 day be from the first day of the onset of the period or the last day when the period gets over?
No, from the first day of the onset of the period. So that is from day 1 to day 5 period जाएगा
And until 10 days.
हाँ 10 days के बाद you see around sure. So तभी ओव्यूलेशन होता है. That's when the egg is released.
Right.
Now what happens is कि जब एग रिलीज होता है, अगर सपोज इंटरकोर्स होता है तो शुक्राणु मिलते हैं with the egg which is released into the fallopian tube. So on the 14th day approximately, suppose यहाँ से mature जो egg है वो यहाँ से रिलीज होता है and it goes and sticks itself in the fallopian tube for a day or two. जी. अगर सपोज सेक्सुअल इंटरकोर्स होता है तो वहाँ पे शुक्राणु they travel from the uterus through the cervix into the fallopian tube, मतलब fallopian tube तक पहुँचते हैं. जी. वहाँ पे बनता है zygote, that is the preliminary बच्चा जो रहता है embryo. जी. फिर that travels later on into the endometrium, that is the uterus, through the fallopian tube. Okay. यहाँ पे pregnancy होती है. That is if pregnancy होनी चाहिए तो. जी. अगर suppose intercourse नहीं हुआ, so then we go into the next phase which is the endometrial phase. Okay. मतलब every hormone is acting towards developing a pregnancy, लेकिन pregnancy हो नहीं रही. जी. So the uterus is becoming thicker in the lining because it is expecting a pregnancy, लेकिन शुक्राणु नहीं है तो वो प्रेगनेंसी नहीं होने वाली है. सो व्हाट द ओवरी स्टार्ट्स रिलीजिंग अनदर हार्मोन व्हिच इज प्रोजेस्टेरॉन. तो ईस्ट्रोजन कम हो जाता है, प्रोजेस्टेरॉन बढ़ने लगता है.
Right.
वंस इट रीचेस अ प्लेस जहाँ पे अभी और प्रोजेस्टेरॉन नहीं बढ़ सकता है, प्रेगनेंसी नहीं है, अगेन बोथ द हार्मोन्स कम डाउन और ब्लीडिंग वापस शुरू हो जाता है. सो यू हैव 4 phases. द फर्स्ट फेज इज मेंस्ट्रुएशन, सेकेंड इज ये फॉलिकुलर फेज, थर्ड फेज जहाँ पे ओव्यूलेशन होता है, और फोर्थ फेज इज द एंडोमेट्रियल फेज. एंडोमेट्रियल मतलब जो यूट्रस लाइनिंग बनता है, बनते 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 बिकम्स थिक, एंड जब सेक्सुअल इंटरकोर्स नहीं होता है, बेबी नहीं होता है, इट कम्स डाउन एज पीरियड्स अगेन.
वो that bleeding what happens is the
थिकनिंग ऑफ द
lining which is now coming.
now coming.
The uterus is shed now.
Yes. Okay. So that is menstruation. और अगर सपोज बीच में ओव्यूलेशन के टाइम पे करेक्ट टाइमिंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर कंसीविंग. जी. सो दैट इज द होल, हमारा जो पिलर है जी, for treating infertility, for treating subfertility is to correct the timing of everything. So this timing अगर menstruation cycle में ठीक रहा then pregnancy रुकती है, otherwise menses वरना periods आते हैं.
Okay. And you have to wait for the next cycle then.
Yes, yes.
Right. So आपकी नज़र में, so what you're trying to tell us that कि जो most fertile period होता है, that is
Ovulation, yes, correct.
ovulation,
Yeah.
is 14-15 days.
I'm so glad you got it.
I was you all. It's a bit like that. That is the
Yes, yes. So that was my point of explaining कि
Yeah.
you know if this time is correct, so for on an average अगर आपकी cycle every monthly आती है 28 to 30 day cycles होती है,
right.
so from between the 10th to 18th day on average हम उसको fertility window बोलते हैं.
Okay.
So fertility window is the time where you have maximum chances of conceiving.
Yeah.
So for every woman ये window vary कर सकती है because obviously the hormonal levels are different in everybody. The cycles are different in everybody. So we need to calculate the proper fertility window every time we ask the history from a woman कि आपकी कितने दिन की cycle रहती है. So on average we have this is the window between 10th to 18th day of the period.
Okay.
So that is the time where fertility can occur.
Okay. And fertility के बाद में, like ovulation के बाद में, if the pregnancy is setting in, there is the fertilization.
Yes, the fertilization हो जाता है.
So after ovulation
Hmm.
happens fertilization, right? So but how exactly does that happen? Since आप इतने beautifully explain कर रहे हो, and what are the nutrients, conditions, activities you as a doctor would want the couple to start, right?
Okay, I understand your question. तो जैसे मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया कि ओव्यूलेशन जब होता है वी नीड टू टाइम द इंटरकोर्स इन सच अ वे ताकि स्पर्म जो मेल पार्टनर से आता है एंड द एग दे बोथ हैव टू मीट एंड दे हैव टू फॉर्म द प्रिलिमिनरी बेबी जिसको हम जाइगोट बोलते हैं. तो जाइगोट इज अ 2-celled सेल. उसके बाद इट डिवाइड्स इनटू मल्टीपल सेल्स और वो फिर जाके वंस इट अटैचेस टू द uterus lining then it becomes like a proper baby, it develops into a proper baby. Now for this to happen first thing is ke एक तो your sexual intercourse has to be done properly. तो उसका the sperm have to fall into the correct place. ऐसे I'm not saying ke you know people do it wrong, but there are you will be surprised at how many people I get and they ask me this basic question ke are we doing it correct or no, we don't know. Okay. So vaginal जो intercourse है उसमें अगर properly sperm ejaculation होता है तब जाके out of millions of sperms there will be 2 or 3 which will be reaching the egg. So there are so many that are released but there are only few which should release and they go to the egg properly where the egg is. तो सपना आपका जो mature egg जो फूटा है it travels to the fallopian tube and the sperms also have to travel all the way cervix से लेके uterus से लेके it has to travel to the fallopian tube to find the ovum. जो mature egg रहता है उसको ovum बोलते हैं. Now ovum जो egg है उसके भी अलग अलग layers रहते हैं. तो out of the 4-5 sperms which are on the layer of the ovum उसमें से ही it allows only one to come or to get inside for the fertilization to take place. Now this we cannot predict that which sperm can, that depends upon the egg, the receptivity of the egg. उसमें बहुत सारे enzymes है. Let's not get into the technicality. Right. लेकिन there is only one entry. मतलब once the sperm enters उसके बाद वो entry भी बंद हो जाती है. So it is अब कुदरत का कमाल बोलो या जो भी बोलो, but it is the mechanism what happens. So once it is accepted, as in you know how you choose your partner in life, you just go out there and you meet so many people, but yeah, you just choose one for yourself. The same thing happens with the ovum. There are loads of sperms which are waiting for the door to open, but it opens its door only for one. Okay, so and then the fertilization happens. The ideal fertilization यहाँ पे होता है, fallopian tube में होता है, and then the fallopian tube pushes it into the uterus, that is the cavity. So that is fertilization यहाँ पे होगा after receiving the egg. And then it slowly pushes the developing baby into the uterus. Right. So fertilization, now let's not get into the technical details. वो important नहीं है, but it should be a healthy egg and a healthy sperm. Right. हम जो test करते हैं for egg quality and for sperm quality, it is for this reason. क्योंकि the egg quality and the sperm quality determine the baby's health. कि वो genetically अच्छा होना चाहिए. If the sperm quality, motility, मतलब कि the swimming capacity of the sperm should be good, the baby will be more healthier.
Right.
Then the ovum should be genetically proper. ताकि mental retardation, Down syndrome वो सब ना हो. बिल्कुल. So those are the screens we do at this stage because we need to know that the development should be good. You should have a healthy baby.
Right.
So these are the tests we do at this time. So I'm just relating all these basic things to the tests we do so that it's more relatable for everybody. Because these questions are very, very common. कि हम ये टेस्ट क्यों करा रहे हैं, हम ये टेस्ट क्यों करा रहे हैं, मेरी हर चीज़ तो नॉर्मल आई है, आप और टेस्ट क्यों करा रहे हो. इट्स बिकॉज वी हैव टू गेट इन टू द रीजन कि क्यों हमारा फर्टिलाइजेशन एवरी टाइम योर पीरियड्स आर कमिंग, मतलब एग इज रिलीज्ड,
Right.
एंडोमेट्रियम इज प्रिपेयरिंग इटसेल्फ, लेकिन प्रेगनेंसी नहीं रुक रही है. ओके, सो वी नीड टू गेट इन टू द
So,
डिटेल्स.
अगर ये कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज आती हैं कि प्रेगनेंसी नेचुरल प्रोसेस में नहीं हो पा रही है, देन ऑल दीज टेस्ट आर मेड so that you can help them
to get to, you know, we can help them to make these जो factors है उनको
जी.
correct कर सके,
right.
and then they can have a natural pregnancy itself.
Absolutely. So besides the test, once of course the diagnosis will happen, आप और भी कोई advice activities या tips देते हैं या nutritional चीजें जिससे
Yes, for nutrition, yes, of course.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that we tell जो natural conception के लिए the most important micronutrient which is important is folic acid.
right.
तो folic acid क्यों? क्योंकि it provides the proper nutrition to the ovum and not the sperm that much but ovum, yes, okay, कि वो healthy baby develop कर सके. So it brings out the environment in such a way कि अच्छा baby हो, अच्छा embryo बने, अच्छा development की हो.
Sure.
So and for sperms we have antioxidants which we give the male patients. तो इस time पे if you are trying to conceive, so patients should have these folic acid. And nowadays abhi magnesium, omega 3, all that has also come. You can take these supplements because antioxidants, they usually help in betterment of ये जो sperm है, ovum है, उनका enhancement होता है थोड़ा. So quality होगी, quality अच्छी हो जाती है. So that is important for that. So at this point of time, you should have, when you're planning pregnancy, you should be having the most natural things. Fresh organic food is the most recommended क्योंकि सबसे ज़्यादा micronutrients अच्छे खाने में रहते हैं, not our outside food that we get, the तला हुआ fried stuff,
right.
which is mostly processed food. So we should be avoiding all of that. So go for organic, farm fresh foods, or try to reduce the dairy because dairy fats and all that, because sometimes it may hamper. You never know.
Okay.
The egg quality and all that decreases because see, dairy products also sometimes, no, I don't want to get controversial, lekin now we don't know what kind of milk we get these days. Sometimes you get these news that they are injected with estrogen and all that. That hampers the hormonal level of the woman. So we need to be careful regarding what we eat, what we do. And physical activity is very important at this time. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि you are just bed rest, क्योंकि this is a myth first of all कि जो bed rest है, you don't require to do a bed rest when you're planning to conceive. मतलब वो तो does not even make sense. You need to be properly physically active क्योंकि it increases the blood supply to these organs. It will help कि blood supply अच्छा रहेगा तो these organs will work better.
Right.
As simple as that.
बिल्कुल.
तो अच्छा खाना खाओ, hydrate yourself very well so that all these processes become easier.
Basically जब आप बोलते हो अच्छा खाना खाओ, so you just mean के healthy दाल रोटी सब्जी.
Yeah, that is enough
That is
actually.
enough. ऐसे नहीं है ये specifically इसको ज़्यादा करो इसको कम करो.
No, not like that.
Nothing.
Nothing like that. Just whatever you eat. Suppose you're a vegetarian, you need to have green leafy vegetables. You need to have more fibers. Have things which have more micronutrients. जैसे मैं बोल रही हूँ, vegetables, dals, even fruits are also fine.
Absolutely.
One fruit that you all need to avoid is papaya and pineapple because those have certain properties जो hamper करती है pregnancy को. So we will avoid those two. Apart from that, everything is all right. Even if you're non-vegetarian, then high protein is the way to go. Okay, so egg whites are very good. Then certain fish and all that we restrict once you get pregnant. But before that, it's a very good source of omega 3. So you should be having it. And even probably 15 days पे red meat का एक serving there's no problem.
Okay.
You can go ahead and have all this. Good proteinaceous food is the way to go.
And be very active,
Yes.
which means exercise, walk,
Yes.
some form of
Do not
exercise.
restrict yourself. Sedentary mat ho jao. In fact, walking will benefit. That is the thing.
Anything that keeps your adrenaline high
Yes.
and your happy hormones at its peak.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So now that the egg is fertilized,
Hmm.
what happens next in the body? And how do you recommend that couples support this activity?
तो अभी egg fertilize हो गया है. Now it's going to travel to the uterus. It's going to sit there. Now once uterus will start becoming thicker, it will require more blood supply.
Right.
क्योंकि अभी वो बेबी को सपोर्ट करने के लिए it will ask the mother कि अभी मुझे अभी बहुत सारा blood चाहिए because I have to supply the baby. So now what is the mother supposed to do in this? She's अभी कैसे रहता ना a lot of patients just lie down on the bed saying कि नहीं अभी now this is I have to conceive now so I'll lie down on the bed, which is absolutely not recommended. You should be happy during this period. You should be doing something which makes you happy. So for that, a little bit of exercise, light exercises are fine. कि यूजुअली हम एग एम्ब्रियो ट्रांसफर करने के बाद भी वी टेल देम मैक्सिमम 1-2 दिन रेस्ट करो. उसके बाद द नेक्स्ट 14 डेज जहाँ पे आपको प्रेगनेंसी टेस्ट पॉजिटिव मिलेगी बिटवीन द फर्टिलाइजेशन एंड द कंफर्मेशन ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी, ये जो बिटवीन का पीरियड है, यू शुड बी एब्सोल्युटली स्ट्रेस फ्री, एब्सोल्युटली हैप्पी. You should do things which make you feel good. I tell most of my patients, go take a vacation.
Yeah.
Like go and do something which will not give you stress. Don't work. But don't completely relax also. You can go swimming, you can go dancing, you can go running. It's fine. There's moderation mein sab karoge, everything is fine. What is most important during this time is that, the couple should be happy, should be stress free. Okay? Even our body takes signals. Now, see, keep all the medical science aside. Abhi now there are accidental pregnancies also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people don't know they've got pregnant. Tabhi bhi to sab dhamal chalti hai.
Yeah.
But they still have a healthy baby.
Exactly.
The reason is that the body is happy. Like the female doesn't know what's happened to her and she's just living her life usually. तो जो ट्रीटमेंट्स लेते हैं वो कपल्स एकदम स्ट्रेस में आ जाते हैं. दे आर कॉन्शियस ऑल द टाइम कि अब क्या होगा दे वेटिंग फॉर द डे कि मेरा प्रेगनेंसी टेस्ट होगा. दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. यू शुड फॉरगेट. You should just forget and stay happy. You should just be stress free. So those I would just recommend from my side, apart from whatever anybody says. मेरा recommendation ये रहेगा कि be happy during those 14 days. So don't be so anxious कि pregnancy होगी कि नहीं. Leave it to God for some time. And 14 days just be happy. And if you're happy, 50% of the work is done. You will conceive after that. So that is what my motto is. कि what I tell the patients, हाँ तुम ये supplements लो, ये वो जो भी है. But main important thing is to stay stress free. Even the measles, I would say.
So
Because it-
basically,
yeah,
if you're planning a pregnancy, be in a very celebratory mode.
correct.
कि हम किसी बहुत अच्छे डायरेक्शन में जाने वाले हैं.
Correct. Yes.
So start celebrating पहले से.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a way of manifesting.
Of
right?
course, yes. And manifestation is stronger than what you do.
No
Actually.
better way to manifest than to start celebrating what is coming your way.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
And once it happens, there's all the reason to celebrate.
Of course, then we stress. Exactly.
Absolutely be happy. And the first was just be happy.
Yeah.
Happy and celebrate. I think God takes care of the rest automatically, right?
So I would like to just share that most anxious patients, like you have type A personalities who are always like overthinking about everything. They do end up with some complication or the other.
Yeah.
So I am telling you because I am myself a type A personality. Okay, so I'm telling you from a personal experience. So that even I had like a preterm pregnancy. So that's why I'm telling you that now I've learned my lesson by going through it personally. Being happy and doing things which you like what you all propagate, like Garbh Sanskar and all that. I actually recommend it to all of my patients. Yeah, because it helps the pregnancy go smoothly. It helps the mother. I don't know about the scientific whatever behind it, jo bhi hai. Lekin it keeps the mother in a very good and safe mental space.
Absolutely.
Which is absolutely important because your mental state, it reflects on your physical state.
Yeah.
So all the blood supply increases, your happy hormones, like you said, they are released, and the baby becomes healthy automatically. So the most important thing for fertilization, for anything, is to keep a positive attitude towards it. कि होगा, no, manifest करो कि हो जाएगा, टेंशन नहीं, हो जाएगा.
बिल्कुल. तो मुझे मतलब बार बार वो आचार्य जी की डायलॉग्स याद आते हैं. ही लाइक आपने बोला कि अब आप हाईली रेकमेंड करते हो गर्भ संस्कार को बिकॉज ऑफ हिज रीजंस, राइट? ही सेज वेरी ब्यूटिफुली, आहार, विचार एंड व्यवहार.
Yeah,
न्यूट्रिशन,
correct, yeah,
व्यवहार is your attitude
correct, yes,
towards what you're heading for or what you want to adapt,
correct, yeah.
and व्यवहार is how you deal with it. अगर ये तीनों चीजों को फर्स्ट एज अ पेरेंट टू बी प्लेस में ले आइए तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली बच्चे में भी संस्कार की तरीके से चले जाएगा.
Yeah,
एंड अ हेल्दी पेरेंट विल हैव अ हेल्दी चाइल्ड.
yeah, you will have a happy life, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right. Perfect. So, what? Let's explain it once again. The role of uterus,
Oh.
right? Because uterus is now taking the implantation on the embryo, right?
correct.
So, uska kya role hai, and how does it prepare itself to
Okay.
grow the baby?
So, इसमें uterus माने कि गर्भ, yeah, the actual garb, that is the uterus.
Right.
It plays a very major role because see, it is the main. If you go to see, it's the bag or the bed which carries the baby.
Right.
So it has to have a very very safe environment inside ताकि उसका growth अच्छे से हो baby का. So it plays a very important role in basically the blood supply. अभी कैसे रहता है कि now the uterus is attached to the baby through the placenta. Now the uterus is the mother's side of the pregnancy. The placenta is the mediator in between, and there is the baby which is growing. तो अभी uterus is trying to give all nutrients from जो माँ खाती है, जो माँ पीती है, whatever she's eating, whatever she's consuming, that is going in her bloodstream, and it is going to the placenta, which has to go to the baby through the uterus. कि uterus is transferring all the good nutrients and it is filtering all the bad nutrients as well. तो वो अच्छे nutrients लेके it is trying to give the baby. So the main blood supply is through the blood supply which goes to the uterus. So the baby का actual जो blood which is flowing through the baby is through the uterus from the mother.
Okay.
तो and that is done through the mediator which is the placenta.
Okay.
The uterus is the one which is growing because with the baby and because of the nutrients that it's taking. It's making space for the baby to grow.
Okay.
So now अगर यूट्रस में कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स होती है, जैसे कि सपोज फाइब्रॉइड है या फिर इफ देयर इज एनी काइंड ऑफ पॉलिप और देयर इज अ बिग यूट्रस ऑलरेडी, द ग्रोथ ऑफ द यूट्रस विल गेट हैम्पर्ड. मतलब इट हैज टू स्ट्रेच टू accommodate the baby. See, for example, यहाँ पे I have given certain illustrations out here. This is the fibroid. This is the lining of the uterus. Like just imagine कि uterus को दो हाफ में कट किया है and this is the inside part of the uterus. तो ये fibroid है या फिर ये छोटे polyps है और anything which is there inside. Okay. ये जो blood supply जो है बाहर, जो whatever the mother's blood supply which is actually used to give the baby and grow the baby, it will hamper the growth out here. Absolutely. So the uterus has to be healthy. तो uterus में fibroid या कुछ है, so it is better. See, there are many types of fibroids, but जो fibroid अंदर की तरफ है, they will take the place of the baby जहाँ पे baby grow हो रहा है. So that is why, and it has a limited stretching capacity. It will not go on stretching unlimitedly. तो जितना अगर fibroid बड़ा है, तो then it will hamper the pregnancy in some way or the other. Either the growth of the baby will get hampered, either the baby will not get space, either the fibroid will grow more. It will take away the blood supply from the baby. So all that might happen. तो uterus का healthy होना बहुत important है. That is why we check the uterus also before planning any kind of pregnancy. Okay. कि uterus का lining अच्छे से बन रहा है, fibroid है कि नहीं. If there is any polyp, we recommend removing the polyps. बिल्कुल. If there is a big fibroid, we recommend removing the fibroids. Sure. Okay. Surgery करके पहले निकालो. Then you can have a healthy pregnancy because pregnancy के time पे अगर there are some patients who detect fibroids during pregnancy also क्योंकि वो grow हो जाते हैं pregnancy में. तो in those cases we cannot do anything because pregnancy has to grow. That is the utmost thing. After the pregnancy is done, we can remove the fibroid later. but तभी के लिए we have to be more careful in those cases. It will become a high risk pregnancy. Okay. अभी ये fibroid है, we'll have to be careful. She might go into preterm labor as well. A baby might have little bit of less growth compared to what it could be if without a fibroid. तो ये सब चीजें हैं जो यूट्रस के हेल्थ से रिलेटेड है, बिकॉज इट इज द मेन मीडिएटर टू ट्रांसफर द न्यूट्रिएंट्स.
राइट.
और द थिंग विच डज मेनली, जैसे अपन वी हैव अ वेंटिलेटर, राइट, वी हैव एन आउटर एटमॉस्फेयर, वी हैव द वेंटिलेटर एंड द वेंटिलेटर इज अटैच्ड टू द पेशेंट. व्हाट इज द वेंटिलेटर डूइंग? जबकि बाहर तो एयर है,
बिल्कुल.
क्या करता है वेंटिलेटर? इज दैट इट फिल्टर्स द बैड एयर and it gives the pure oxygen to the patient.
Right.
The same way, the placenta is also doing the same thing. That is attached to the uterus, it is attached to the atmosphere of the mother, but it is removing the bad nutrients and retaining the good nutrients and giving it to the baby for its growth. And whatever toxins जो baby का excretion है, वो भी it is removing and it is giving it into the bloodstream of the mother.
That's why I think it's called a lifeline.
Yes, yes, absolute lifeline. So right. So so that filtering is done by the placenta. Okay. And the giving of the nutrients and all that is done through the uterus in the placenta to the baby.
निपाकता है कभी कभी you get pregnant पर आपको realize नहीं होता कुछ weeks तक कि आप pregnant हैं. So in that stage, what is your advice? क्या मतलब उस सब में बॉडी में क्या हो रहा होता है, अंदर क्या चेंजेस हो रहे होते हैं उस चीज को? Is there any special thing which needs to be taken care of for people who are little unaware कि वो तो pregnant हो चुके हैं?
See, for the people who are planning pregnancy, उनको तो पता ही है.
बिल्कुल.
उससे वो एक्स्ट्रा ही कुछ तो गूगल करके जाएंगे. They'll be extra precautious about everything. But the people, you won't believe, but the people who are unaware, उनको कुछ नहीं होता.
Lovely.
So they don't need anything.
So in this case, ignorance is bliss.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for some time, so I actually started this health education because there is a lot of ignorance, like,
Right.
For example, my own cousin brother. Okay, so my bhabhi was pregnant for the second time. And she had crossed 37 years. So I had given her a couple of extra tests के चलो ये सब भी करा लो. तो he's coming and telling me कि अरे क्या ज़रूरत है, last time तो कुछ किया नहीं था, अभी क्या है. I said भाई अपनी 5 जो उंगलियां हैं ना वो भी सेम नहीं है. तो if suppose तुम्हारे घर पे ही give a recipe to somebody, okay, your mother will make it in a different way, your sister will make it in a different way, your wife will make the same recipe with the same ingredients, with the same contents, everything. But everyone will prepare a different dish. There will be a different taste to the same dish. Same way, even if it's in the same person, the pregnancy will be different.
Right.
So you cannot predict which pregnancy will go in which direction. But precaution क्या भी जो जिसको पता नहीं है वो तो there is nothing to be said for those people.
Right.
But for the people who are preparing for pregnancy, who are anticipating a pregnancy, my recommendations are the same. You take your micronutrients properly, take your folic acid properly. And the changes which are taking place, जैसे कि obviously the female will feel a little heavier. She will start gaining weight without her knowledge. She'll feel कि अरे why am I gaining weight? Second is there will be some amount of breast tenderness जो चालू होगा because it is the start of the development of the lactation period which will happen later. तो वो थोड़ा थोड़ा करके she will feel the discomfort because it will start at that time. Also, there is a lot of hormonal changes that take place in the body. क्योंकि now the placenta has taken over the hormones. Placenta also has one role of releasing a lot of hormones.
Right.
That sustain pregnancy. मतलब उसको the savior of pregnancy is the placenta. तो बहुत सारे hormones release होते हैं जिसकी वजह से excessive nausea, vomiting, lot of mood swings, lot of cheat, irritability, all of that happens. So once you have these kind of symptoms, you know
Something is up.
yes, that now you are pregnant. Yeah. So these are the things which you need to look out for. That's all. Baki, apart from that, your body will grow. It will be an eventual thing. मतलब आपका धीरे धीरे growth होगा baby का, धीरे धीरे आपका body will start adapting. You will have more blood supply going towards the uterus. That's why लोग बोलते हैं चक्कर आता है.
I was going to ask you कि once the this pregnancy happens, or body is getting prepared. So obviously body ke organs are going through certain changes.
Yes.
So and everything needs to support the uterus and the growth of the baby. So I mean, how does heart, lung, blood circulation?
Yes.
What are the things which are happening which are supporting all this? Like
So over, I think major changes takes place between the first trimester and second trimester, जहाँ पे सब adjustments होता है.
right.
So from a normal body, it changes into a pregnant body. तो क्या क्या चीज़, every organ has some kind of change. तो if you see the heart, अभी जैसे बोलते हैं ना माँ का दिल बड़ा होता है. For us, it is literally true because the size of the heart does increase in a mother. And it's because of, obviously, it has to beat at a certain way.
Right.
And also that the chest, the diaphragm, everything has to make space. तो सब ऊपर की तरफ शिफ्ट होने लगता है. You have the lung capacities which are the same, लेकिन जो breathing volumes है, जैसे कि जब अब हम सांस ले रहे हैं तो I can hold it for a longer time compared to a pregnant woman because I have the capacity for my diaphragm to expand more.
जी.
उनका थोड़ा capacity कम हो जाता है because it's making that space. So there is a little bit of enlarging of the heart. There is a little bit of spacing difference in the diaphragm and the lungs. क्योंकि जो breathing capacity है, if you ask any woman, वो बोलेगी ही कि मेरी सांस फूल रही है. It's because your chest is making adjustments for accommodating the changes in the baby. क्योंकि everything, all your intestines are moving up. आपका uterus जैसे grow हो रहा है, तो धीरे धीरे everything will start pushing up because it has to make space. And as the uterus grows, it starts pushing at the other organs. So even a lot of motility, gut motility problems will start. किसी को constipation होता है, किसी को हजम नहीं होता है. It's because there's a lot of push from the uterus to the intestines. So the intestines, then the diaphragm, the lungs, everybody is just accommodating. The heart is beating at a higher rate because it is beating for two people, like you say. Because it has to give blood supply to the placenta. The placenta is asking for more and more, like in lay language. Okay, वो मांग रहा है दो और the heart starts beating more. Once अपन muscles कैसे how we build up muscles by go on working out, तो heart का workout हो जाता है तो उसका size बढ़ जाता है. So these things happen, and obviously the blood supply to other organs, they are little hampered because all the blood supply is concentrated towards the placenta.
Right.
So that's why you might have heard के चक्कर आ रहा है because blood supplies and the oxygen level is a little less compared to like you and me right now. And even the forgetfulness, I would say. Okay, there is a scientific reason behind it. She becomes a little forgetfulness. It is very, very natural because the blood supply is directed. All your nutrients are directed towards the baby. It is not directed towards your organs. So, a lot of changes in the entire body. So, and you should be, I think it's a miracle that, women go through it like so often.
Can we go through every trimester of the pregnancy, and explain to them trimester wise in terms of the duration of the first trimester, second, third, in terms of the nutrients required during this time? What is the development happening in the baby? What are the physical and emotional changes happening in the mother to be? And what is your recommendation for the nutrients and the activities of that phase? Can we go trimester wise, please?
Okay, yeah, wonderful. You can do that.
Yeah.
So once you're pregnant, in the first trimester, a lot of, like I said, a lot of hormonal changes are taking place. So first trimester में सबसे ज़्यादा nausea, vomiting होता है because there is a lot of hormonal imbalance. एक hormone ऊपर जाता है. Actually, progesterone is the main hormone. It goes up and estrogen comes down.
Okay.
So progesterone gives a lot of mayhem. मतलब जो relaxin and progesterone, these are the hormones जो बहुत ज़्यादा body में mayhem करते हैं. You have a lot of mood swings because of that, and you have a lot of nausea and a lot of irritability, a lot of vomiting. So morning sickness इसके लिए होता है क्योंकि there is a lot of hormone surge in the middle of the night. So इसके लिए, and even because of the relaxin and जो hormones placenta release करता है, उसकी वजह से the digestibility of the food, that is also affected. Okay. तो रात भर में ज़्यादा रहता है तो you have morning sickness के. मॉर्निंग सिकनेस में उल्टी हो जाती है. यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एसिडिटी एज वेल बिकॉज अगेन सेम थिंग, hormones are acting in different, enzymes are not acting properly. Okay, so there's a lot of, because this is the time, the first trimester is from the time you're pregnant to 13 weeks. So 13 weeks on an average, that is the first trimester. और यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा hormonal changes होते हैं. Your body is just adjusting. इसमें सिर्फ adjustments होता है क्योंकि the hormones are up and down.
Right.
So the maximum, I would say कि you know, patients come to me saying that this is the lowest period of my life, you know, like I am just out of energy. I am not able to do anything. I'm not able to concentrate on work. I'm not able to, you know, do the things which I used to before. It's because of these hormones. There is nothing much that I can do about it except for, you know, giving you Nashwasan ke everything will become fine, you know, by the time 5th month aayega, you'll be fine, you know, things will get, you know, you'll get adjusted to whatever hormone changes are happening to your body. So, तो वो सब happens in the first trimester. That is up to 13 weeks. And if you have twins, then it doubles up, obviously. So that is the reason twins have a lot of, they are admitted to a lot of times. Like, you know, मतलब first trimester में admit होंगे 1-2 बार. फिर, you know, second trimester में probably वो uterus नीचे आ, मतलब थोड़ा baby नीचे आ गया है. You know, because the one baby is pushing on the other baby. All those things. So you, in twins, तो people should not ask, you are going to get admitted at least once or twice in between, you know, before the delivery. So this is the first trimester. First trimester में सब neural development होता है baby का. So that is the reason why folic acid is more recommended during this time. So the supplements that you need to take during the first trimester are magnesium, omega-3, and most important, folic acid. You should not be missing out on the folic acid tablets because they are the most micronutrient, the most important micronutrient that you need to take.
Yeah.
So this is about the first trimester. This is up to 13 weeks के जब तक preliminary baby form होता है. It will be, there are lots of Instagram posts regarding what fruit it is, what nut it is, you know, what size it is. So I think by 13 weeks it becomes, you know, like a big almond, or, you know, it's a big baby, and it's formed mainly the neural development, the brain development is completed by the 13 weeks. That is the first trimester. इस trimester में सबसे ज़्यादा हम डाउन सिंड्रोम, एडवर्ड सिंड्रोम, इन सबका स्क्रीनिंग करते हैं because this is when it's most detected. So because it does not, in these syndromes, those brain development and all that is not done properly. So we'll be able to see on the scans. That is why a 3rd month scan is very, very important, which is the nuchal translucency, मतलब NT scan बोलते हैं उसको. तो वो scan बहुत important है because it screens out all these syndromes.
Right.
So main spinal development and neural development is during this trimester. And this is up to 13 weeks. A bit beyond 13 weeks, up to around 26 to 27 weeks is the second trimester. Another 13 weeks. Now this is the second trimester. यहाँ पे अभी सब organs develop होंगे baby के. That is the heart, the liver, the kidneys, everything will start developing. And this is known as a structural development of the baby. So this is where baby will obviously pull a lot of nutrients, but it will grow at a steady rate. So your hormones should become stabilized by this time. So usually if you see by 5th month, most of the women's, they say that, you know, nausea kam ho gaya hai, abhi vomiting kam ho gaya hai, now I'm feeling a little better. Because now your hormones have stabilized, your baby has, you know, put a set standard कि इतना मेरे को energy चाहिए. Now your body is able to adapt to give that much extra energy and save for yourself as well.
Okay.
So this is the way the growth of the baby goes. Structurally फिर वो every organ develops to a certain extent, अच्छा size का हो जाता है. This is the time from 13th to the 27th week that it grows properly. And what is important here is कि आप iron, calcium, protein powder. If you're a vegetarian, I would recommend taking protein powder. Okay. There are a lot of controversies regarding protein powder these days because they say that they are covered in harmful chemicals, you know, whatever. But I think कि protein किसी ना किसी मात्रा में आपको consume करनी पड़ेगी. Okay. So I would suggest that there are certain companies which do give protein powder and not any other thing. So obviously we recommend only those.
Obviously.
So you want safe protein powders. So you have to just research a little bit which one to not take.
Right.
That's all.
Otherwise, just your doctor recommend.
Yes,
Please.
that is better. That is
Right.
better. So and because see vegetarian they have a little bit of deficiency in protein in their diet. Like because see non-vegetarian, even if I don't give protein powder, I'm okay with it. Because you have, even though eggs are a very excellent source of protein. Apart from that, you have chicken and red meat. Everything gives sufficient amount of protein that you do not need to give extra supplementation. लेकिन vegetarian diet में the dal, soybean is not enough. And वो रोज नहीं खाते हैं लोग.
Exactly.
So some people because of the gassy nature of it रोज नहीं खाते हैं दाल. तो वो भी एक problem है. So if for those people the safe protein powders should be taken.
Okay.
And this is the time where जो second trimester है उसमें the blood becomes thinner. Okay. So when the blood of the mother becomes thinner, it becomes diluted. जैसे पानी डालते हैं तो डाइल्यूट हो जाता है. सेम वे मदर का भी ब्लड डाइल्यूट होते रहता है. सो दिस इज द टाइम वेयर द हीमोग्लोबिन लेवल्स ऑफ द मदर becomes less. So we need to keep a watch on that. So for that, iron and calcium is very, very important. Iron calcium supplements should be taken because it is for long term. It is not only for pregnancy. Pregnancy के बाद भी the mother has to live on. She has to have a life and a healthy life. तो इसके लिए so post 13 weeks we start iron, calcium and protein powder supplements for the baby and the mother because it is important for the growth of the baby and the health of the mother. This is what we add. Apart from and the folic acid and all that, it continues. That continues throughout the pregnancy.
Right.
And obviously the healthy diet जो लेते हैं, they have to continue. Now what happens is that by the time you reach the 5th month, your diet is curated because your body rejects certain things. It will reject. Okay. Certain things you will not be able to consume, you will not be able to consume. So that is something which is very subjective. तो मैं हर patient को नहीं बोल सकती कि you have to stick to this diet because there are certain things जो patient खा पाएगी and certain things जो उसकी body reject करेगी. For example, in my own pregnancy, I used to have a lot of fruit.
Okay.
But I just could not eat fruit in my pregnancy because I just used to throw up. Like whichever trimester you asked me, I used to just throw up.
Okay.
So it is something which I cannot say, okay, for you, for me, everything is going to be different.
Okay.
So just take your supplements and whatever food your, जैसे हम सब बड़े बुजुर्ग बोलते हैं कि कि ये बच्चे को पसंद होगा इसके लिए तू खा नहीं पा रही है या फिर बच्चे को नहीं पसंद होगा इसके लिए तू खा नहीं पा रही है या whatever that is, but every pregnancy is different. So eating is important, not what to eat, what you can tolerate to eat. Okay. And cravings will increase at this time because obviously your body wants more and more. And because since the baby is growing, a lot of cravings will happen. For me, I have personally made a video on my Instagram page where I have recommended कि cravings होगी लेकिन junk food की craving सबसे ज़्यादा होगी because what body wants what it wants. So for example, I have a lot of patients telling me हम लोग को पावड़ा की ज़्यादा craving होती है, samosas and all of that. So I would say कि you can just change the maida content and all of them because that gives a lot of gassiness and acidity. So you can change the maida content into the more millet based, the more wheat based base so that you don't have digestive issues. Apart from that, your cravings will be there.
Okay.
So go according to whatever your body tells you.
Whatever you're craving for, just go for the healthy version of that.
Yes,
Proper.
you can
And
you can
cooked.
substitute that.
Properly home cooked. Yeah.
Yeah. But apart from that, listen to your body, whatever it wants. And it will take whatever it wants.
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy it.
Eat
Yeah.
what it wants. Leave what it rejects.
Correct. Yeah.
Enjoy
And
the
do not
process.
stress के आगे
Do not overthink about it.
Yes.
Right.
So they are some palak khana hai करके वो keep on stressing. It's not going to happen. Like if your body is rejecting, it's just going to reject.
Right.
So listen to your body at this time because that's the only way to go.
Perfect.
And the last trimester, that is from 27th week onwards till the delivery. It's just the growth period for the baby. So you can have a lot of liquids during this time because the baby is covered in a fluid known as amniotic fluid. वो लाइकर बोलते हैं, which is like a cushion between the अपना मम्मी का टमी रहता है, उसके बाद you have the uterus and उसके अंदर you have a lot of fluid where the baby is floating.
Right.
So that is actually a combination of all the nutrients that the placenta is trying to give and the excretion of the baby. So वो जो खा रहा है baby and what it's consuming and what it's removing. So it's all floating in that. So for that to be sustained, it should, so that कि वो सूखा ना पड़ जाए ऐसे बोलते हैं. There are certain things कि coconut water पियो, hydration रखो, but these are things which you have to do any which ways. So in the last trimester, you have to continue with all your supplements, but a lot of water and a lot of walking also in this time is recommended. So if you see a lot of Lamaze classes and all of them, जो birthing classes रहते हैं, they are towards the end of the pregnancy, post the second trimester. It's because all physical activity like for pelvic strengthening and all that can be done post the second trimester when the baby's growth is completed.
Okay.
अभी सिर्फ साइज में बढ़ना बाकी है baby. So all the organs have developed. So now you have to prepare yourself for body. तो यहाँ पे main recommendation is that for eating and all that is the same, but you can go for walks, you can start becoming physically active, and also the pelvic exercises जो होते हैं, pelvic strengthening exercises, the widening exercises, and towards the end you can do duck walking and all that, which will help the baby to go deep into the pelvis so that you can have a normal vaginal delivery. So this is how it is.
Like you mentioned, through the journey, there's a lot of nausea, back pain, fatigue,
Yes.
and mood swings.
Nice.
This is part of the parcel of the journey. How do you recommend? I mean, are there any special kind of foods which they can consume or activities they can indulge in to take care of this? Or how do they deal with this part?
See, like I said, moods and all that is not related to the food. Right. It is the hormonal changes. So you cannot do much about it.
Okay.
I would say the partner support is very important in this full journey.
Right.
So I think the attitude of the people around the mother during this time is the most helpful to manage the mood swing. Because, like, see, when she's undergoing a lot of physical agony, she's like, she doesn't know what's happening to her.
Right.
But she feels angry, she feels, and this is the maximum time where, we are misunderstood. And the mood swings come in and, it is all aggravated. So I would say that mood swings ko hum curb nahi kar sakte hai because it is a hormonal thing. It's happening to you because your baby is there.
Right.
What you can do is you can change your external environment. Like you can regulate your environment outside.
Right.
So the partner's, partnership in this is very important where, how he can or, the entire family can handle her moods. Yes. That will only help her to, to manage it well.
A lot of support, yeah, for everyone to understand that it's not her, it's the hormonal changes in her body or whatever her anxieties are leading to. Like, she just needs a lot of love, care, and
Correct, yeah.
probably support.
Because,
I understand that we understand, and I think that'll calm her down.
Because I think in this age, women are working, they are, they are worried about their career, they are anxious, they what is going to happen, I don't know. Am I supposed to take a leap or like how many months, 1 year, what, So a lot of things are going through their heads. And so the anxiety level overall has increased during this time, So I would say that, a supportive environment is the only thing which can help. I can't give any hormonal supplements to curb this right now. I can't give any extra medications because many medications are not recommended in pregnancy. So on-the-counter medications during pregnancy is not recommended at all. अपने gynac से पूछ के ही लेना है. क्योंकि there are certain medications which are absolutely harmful to the baby. तो वो तो आप mistake से भी नहीं ले सकते हो. So medications will not help in this. I would say physical exercise, keeping yourself busy would help in a better way. So I think walking and, probably indulging in exercises which give you pleasure, which give you happiness will help you the most in this.
Like staying active so that my mind is away from anxiety, basically.
Correct.
Unnecessary questions which keep rising in the
Keep busy, keep active. Yeah, right. That is the important
right.
thing.
So when does the body know that now it is ready for labor?
So there are certain changes which happen. So by the time 36, 37 weeks ho jata hai, so we'll see the abdomen ka shape changes because the baby is moving down into the pelvis. So first you see the abdomen was still here. Uske baad it comes a little bit down. The mother will feel a pull, you know, into the pelvis, and she will feel कि कुछ नीचे आ रहा है. So that is when you know okay, she might have little bit. There are something known as false labor pains also. There are many patients who come with an alarm in the middle of the night. They'll say, "Oh my God, my abdomen has started paining." No, मेरे को labor pain ही है. But नहीं है. Like they come and we check them. We assure them that this happens because you feel that the labor pains have started. A lot of falls because this is when the baby started moving down. It's moving down the pelvis. So this what I'm referring to is to a normal progression of labor. Like usually now 90% of the cases this happens. 10% of the cases things are different.
Yeah.
Some so post 37 weeks, anytime you can have leaking, as in the water might break.
Okay.
और या फिर तो ब्लीडिंग हो सकता है. Okay. So any time post this, या फिर तो पेन चालू हो सकता है. Any of this can happen. Watery discharge, sticky discharge, all of this might start happening. So you know okay fine, now I am progressing towards labor, and every time I would recommend please go to your gynec and get it checked twice, because हम जो orally बोलते हैं और जो actually होता है उसमें काफी difference रहता है. So on the phone you should never be sure कि this is, you have to get yourself checked up. So अगर any of these things happen, please visit your gynec क्योंकि वो checking important है. One more thing I forgot to mention is the most important thing in the second trimester is you start having quickening. Quickening means कि baby का movements feel होना शुरू हो जाता है, which is the most delightful thing for a mother. So I think people don't know this कि कौन से महीने से चालू होता है ये. So this usually happens post 20th week. मतलब जो 5वें महीने के बाद ये सब चालू होता है. So you'll be able to actually feel that probably the hand has moved, or the the leg has moved, or you're getting one kick, or the baby's turning. All of that you'll be able to feel. So and this will go on like till 28, 30 weeks, till the time the baby is big enough. Uske baad the movement starts reducing because of the size of the baby. It doesn't have much space to move. That's all. So a lot of patients come with that also. Movement कम हो गया. हमारा movement कम हो गया. So we do a test. We do a non-stress test. We see that the movements are there. We do a USG sometimes के sonography कर लेते हैं कि ठीक है भाई सब ठीक है ना. But this is normal. This is like a normal journey कि पहले जितना kicks मिल रहा था उससे थोड़ा सा come towards pregnancy.
Towards get a checkup. No?
Of course,
can't take
100%, 100%, yeah. Because only a mother can, a mother's instinct is something that we actually rely on. Because if she says कि नहीं बच्चा कम घूम रहा है, तो कम what में you have to get it checked. You cannot say कि इसको समझ नहीं आता. No, you have to take her in consideration. Yeah, you have to take it into consideration because it's an alarm sign for us. We will never take it lightly.
Right.
Because a mother knows. Like she knows what is the usual अभी हाँ घूम रहा है. But subconsciously if she feels कि नहीं कम घूम रहा है तो कम घूम रहा है भाई, you have to see, you have to look into it. There have been so many instances where I have been, even in when I was getting trained in my college. So I will give you an example. Like she had come with this low movements. So we did her scan, everything was fine, and then but she insisted कि नहीं कम घूम रहा है. So what my guide, like she's always taught me the correct things. So she told me, she just do not let this go. Admit her today itself. We'll see her for 24 hours. ना देखते हैं. उसमें क्या ही जाएगा? Like there'll be one patient more in the ward, but you will not let this one go.
Right.
So I was skeptical, thinking क्या extra काम करा रहे हो madam? लेकिन when I checked her in the night, the heartbeats had gone really, really low. We had to do an emergency cesarean section for her. So, so from that day onwards, you know, lesson learned that never to, even if you do your first scan, everything is okay, never to let a patient go back home when she says कि मेरा बच्चा कम घूम रहा है. Admit her and see, because those are maternal instincts. You have to. So those are the things which even the mother will know. Like अब जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि once the baby comes out, माँ को समझ में आ जाएगा क्या करना है. माँ को पहले से ही पता है कि उसके बॉडी में क्या चल रहा है, how is the baby. So she doesn't know that, but on a subconscious level, she knows everything like that.
Just needs to tune herself to her subconscious level.
Yes,
Confidence that she can be a very good mother.
Yes, of course. They all are.
Yes.
It's just that we need to tell them, ki, yes, you are. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like when you said that the body, this is the symptom when you know that the body is getting ready for labor. Yes. But what is it that triggers the contractions? Is there some hormones which play a part? What is it?
So it's okay. It's a natural जो 40 weeks का duration रहता है, जैसे जिसको हम gestation period बोलते हैं.
Right.
So it is a 40 weeks, usual 42 maximum 42 weeks का gestation period रहता है, जहाँ पे the development of the baby is done. Once the baby is completely developed, the baby's adrenals, they only release a hormone which give a signal to the uterus. जब ना uterus को signal देते हैं, the uterus starts pumping. जैसे uterus का अभी ही रोल आता है कि where it starts pushing the baby down more into the pelvis, and that's where the contraction starts. तो ये signal baby से आता है कि मम्मा, now I am ready to come out into the world. अभी start pushing me out. So that's also wonderful from nature that, you know, so it is a hormone from the baby itself. Okay. So that's why we have post-term babies. We have जो mothers को ज़्यादा time contraction आता है. Like those mothers जो 24 hours से ज़्यादा जिनको contraction आता है, उसमें the baby is only fatigued. जिसमें hormone release करके the baby is fatigued कि मैंने बहुत time पहले ही release कर दिया था. I'm ready to come out. Okay. But I am still not out. So the baby gets distressed. तभी हम बोलते हैं कि meconium strain, as in the baby is done potty in the
Okay.
So that is the signal that baby is distressed now. Okay, now I cannot take the contractions. तो अभी मुझे दूसरे तरीके से निकालो, do a cesarean section बेटा.
Wow.
So it is the indication of the baby, you can say, in a way, that yes, now it's time to do a normal delivery or a cesarean section. Just take me out somehow.
So ये तो baby के hormones हुए. Even the mothers
Yes,
will
yes.
play a
So
role.
as a signal to the baby, like I said, the hormone from the mother is oxytocin, जो release होता है. The receptors are there on the uterus.
Okay.
Okay, so the baby's signal is a type of oxytocin only.
Okay.
Which is released, and in response to that, the mother's signals have started. तो हम जो लेबर पेन इंड्यूस करने के लिए, ऑगमेंट करने के लिए जो हार्मोन देते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो ऑक्सीटोसिन, मतलब जो नेचुरल हार्मोन से रिजेंबल करता है. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो सेम मैकेनिज्म. इट pushes the baby outside.
Right.
So that is the labor pains. So it is as simple as that. It's all hormones का खेल.
Easy. Miraculous hormones का खेल.
Yes, yes, it's absolutely
Incredible, the whole process, the whole journey, which you explained so well. I think we have covered the journey, the pregnancy journey, trimester-wise.
Yes.
Hopefully, our audience will find it knowledgeable. Coming to the holistic part of it,
Yeah.
I'm asking one question कि they say कि बच्चे को अंदर सब कुछ सुनाई देता है. It can feel everything, it can absorb everything. Is that true?
See, if you ask me on a scientific platform,
Yeah.
then I will say there is not much evidence which suggests that.
Yeah.
But what I feel is that the baby absorbs the mother's feelings. As in, suppose अगर आप गर्भ संस्कार कर रहे हैं, the mother feels good about herself. She feels good about the pregnancy. She feels secure. There are new things that she's learning. So she's feeling good about herself, about, because there are so many bodily changes also. There is a lot of negativity that she gets. She doesn't fit into her clothes anymore. She doesn't look the way she did before. पहले hormones की वजह से there is skin darkening, there are skin changes on the abdomen as well. तो ये सब जो changes है, it's not very pleasant for a woman. But she has to remember that she's performing a miracle at the same time. You know, her body is a miraculous thing at that time.
Right.
So to to give her that sense of divinity, to give her that sense of happiness and the good vibes, I would recommend that these things should be done because it reflects the mother's mood and the mother's emotions. They reflect on the baby and the baby's health, overall health.
Right.
So obviously, like you said, the happy hormones are released.
Right.
And since ये pregnancy पूरा hormone का ही खेल है, the health of the baby will be, मतलब the baby will be happier, the health of the baby will be better because of the happy hormones released by the mother.
Absolutely. So and आपको लगता है कौन से महीने से बच्चा जो है वो एब्जॉर्ब कर सकता है इमोशंस को एंड
I think when it's completely developed, post 20th week,
पोस्ट 20th week?
so that is 5 months के बाद you can start all this because obviously after 5 months major changes in the body will take place for the mother as well. She will also not, like I said, she will not be comfortable in her own skin for that much time.
Right.
So these things will help. I don't see there are no papers telling me कि ये scientifically evidence based है. लेकिन I would say that if you make the journey of pregnancy less stressful, less anxious for the mother, she will give you a very good healthy baby. She will be happier to raise the baby later on as well. She will feel good about it from the very beginning. So these things on a holistic platform are extremely helpful, and I would say I would recommend it to all the patients. Even पहले तो लमास classes थे. अभी now recently all this awareness of Garb Sanskar has started.
Right.
So why not do something which is our own, from our own culture? So that is important. We should be doing it. Like more and more of us should be propagating because there is nothing to lose in this. There's only to gain. Even music therapy for that matter. Yeah, even we call it sound therapy.
Yeah.
So even when the baby actually sometimes when the babies don't sleep properly, even after birth.
Yeah.
We have those white noise machines that we keep near the baby so that they sleep well.
Right.
It's the same thing as music therapy.
Absolutely.
So even when the mother's listening to certain things, her emotions turn positive. So I think overall as a music therapy, Garb Sanskar, it helps
Yeah.
in the development of the baby. 100%.
Absolutely. Lovely. So, as a doctor, since you cover the journey of pregnancy, antenatal, postpartum, any specific experiences you've had during these phases on which you can base your advice and share with the people कि ये important है, इसको करिए, इसको छोड़ दीजिए from your side?
From my side, okay, if you go to think of the don'ts, um, I think don'ts mean to obviously the habits that you had before, like smoking, drinking. It's absolutely prohibited. You should not be even thinking कि मैं थोड़ा सा ले लूँ. ये नहीं होता है because there is something known as fetal alcohol syndrome जो लोगों को नहीं पता है. इसमें if suppose a certain limit is exceeded, even at any time of pregnancy, it may hamper the development of the baby. There were cases in the US जभी in the 70s, 80s when they did not know कि pregnancy के time पे smoking और alcohol नहीं लेना चाहिए. तभी there were so many babies which were born with this syndrome. जहाँ पे they had sloppy limbs, they could not move their limbs properly, they could not stand up in time. जो milestones babies को achieve करने रहते हैं कि इस month पे baby चलना चाहिए by 1 year, or probably by 14, 15 months, 16 months, तब तक baby चलना चाहिए. They could not hold themselves up because of the muscles were very sloppy. इसको sloppy baby syndrome भी बोलते हैं. Because the baby is not able to move the arms, the legs properly. Now, only a fleeting moment के हाँ कोई पार्टी में गए और you feel कि नहीं थोड़ा ले लेते कुछ नहीं होता. What you need to think is that मेरा जो 2 मिनट का जो pleasure है, my baby will pay for it for the rest of her or his life.
Yeah.
तो वो जो अपने addictions है, जो अपने cravings है, उन चीज़ों के लिए I would say that please refrain from it, even if you think that it's okay to do it for like half an hour or just 1 hour or whatever. But think about the consequences later on because your baby will have to pay for it for a longer time than what you think. You cannot live with something like this. So the don'ts are don'ts. There is no exception for it. So ये जो habits है, smoking, drinking, whatever substances you all use, nothing is recommended in pregnancy. Right. So obviously we are human, but these things are to be, when you become a mother, you have to become strong on certain things. के ये नहीं तो नहीं. So these things are not recommended at all. Mild exercises absolutely recommended. You can. But in the first and second trimester, बहुत ज़्यादा heavy exercises जो it has to be what do you say? It has to be supervised by someone who is trained in prenatal yoga.
Okay.
तो yoga and all that is absolutely fine. आप कर सकते हैं. Mild to moderate exercises are fine. But suppose if you have any kind of pain and stretchiness anywhere, then it is time to be checked, evaluated. Bed rest करना चाहिए because unnecessary preterm pregnancy is not worth it just because you want to do yoga.
Right.
So the rigorous exercises may start towards the end, that is post 37 weeks, जहाँ पे मैंने जैसे बोला duck walking वगैरह कर सकते हैं. Even the yoga classes they cover these things, जहाँ पे they are helping the pelvis to widen. और वो सब, but that is towards late pregnancy. But before that, it is just to, the yoga is done to increase the blood supply towards the in place. So abdominal exercises, heavy exercises, lifting heavy weights are not recommended during pregnancy. You see many people on Instagram showing that I went for scuba diving,
Yeah.
and all those things. They influence other people that it's okay, मैंने तो कर लिया. But scuba diving में problem क्या है? There's a pressure difference. Like when you jump into the ocean, there is tremendous amount of pressure which is put on your body. Even when you fly airline. So that is why we have certain weeks of gestation जहाँ पे it's safe to fly and when it's not. So certain things that you have been doing in your life before, which was like a normal routine for you all, जो आपकी activities है, उसको थोड़ा restrict करना ज़रूरी है if you are extremely adventurous. तो अभी it's time to slow down for now. Apart from that, mild and moderate exercises are absolutely safe. There's no problem. And walking is a must. I think 40 minutes walking should reduce वो जो bloating, acidity जो होती है जी उसके ऊपर it'll work very well if you walk every day.
Any advice for new mothers and their journey of parenthood, especially if actually why mothers, both mothers and father?
Yes, of course. Now the generation of involved fathers as well.
Bilkul.
So as parents, I would say, as new parents, I would say even anticipating parents.
Yeah.
I would say that there is a lot of information on Google, ChatGPT, which is a new culprit these days, and Instagram, where a lot of influencers are telling you a lot of things. See, you need to go to a doctor for the correct advice in the end, because continuous scrolling and researching without any validation from a professional will always give you a it'll give you a chain of just overthinking and overthinking. You'll become anxious towards certain things which are absolutely not required.
Right.
And the other thing for it is that certain things you'll just be careless about, which you had to be careful. So you should always consult your gynec regarding your concerns, regarding your pregnancy or any professional for that matter. Don't Google, don't just go on Instagram and don't become anxious and don't compare with anybody else because every pregnancy is different. Every couple's journey is different. Every couple's emotional, financial, everything is different. Even the support that the couple is getting is different. So your journey is different. So it is not necessary that if something is applied to a certain couple, it will apply to you as well. So nothing is generalized. Everything is subjective when it comes to pregnancy because your baby is going to be unique to you. So your journey is going to be unique to you. So stick to the professionals. Do not go on social media and just, So that is my advice to all the parents. And, just relax. That is my thing. Don't overthink about a lot of unnecessary things. I get a lot of unnecessary questions and you feel कि क्या पूछ रहे हैं यार. But ठीक है, just relax. If you have certain doubts, you obviously have your gynec to guide you. Absolutely. And I would say trust your doctors, because these days there's a lot of trust issue between the doctors and the patients and they think कि हाँ भाई ये तो गलती दी. If you feel that, you change your gynec. But trust your doctors. That is most important because they are the ones who want your well-being. It's not like
Right.
and they know your specific case will require a certain thing.
Absolutely.
So then stick with your doctors and not Google or Instagram.
Oh, thanks for sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Rameshi. That was, I think, a very enlightening session. And I just hope and pray कि आप लोगों को भी आज के सेशन से जो information मिली है, जिसका motive था to make you people very well informed so that you take informed decisions. And अगर आपको कोई भी confusion है किसी stage पे, you have questions, always feel free to ask us at 9 and beyond, and we shall bring the best of health possible, I mean the best of help possible आपके questions को answer करने के लिए. And we just hope and pray that आप लोगों की जो journey है, whether it is you are at a planning stage or you are pregnant or it is post pregnancy, a new parenthood which has started for you all, is blessed with the best of health, prosperity and blessings, so that you and your child is holistically well developed, well informed, and brings the best into this world. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hamishi ji, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to have you here and share all the knowledge with us.
Thank you. I hope it whatever I said helps people.
Yes. That is the common motive, that we are here to help them,
Yeah.
and we just hope it brings them that help which we are aiming for.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.